Hello, my name's Mark and I am G-Code Tutor. I run a series of courses teaching how to program CNC machines using FANUC G-Code. So in this lesson, working with Practical Machinist, I'm here to show you how the G76 thread turning operation works. So let's take a dive into this line of code and see what each part does. So this is what a typical two-line G76 code would look like to produce a screw thread on a piece of bar or material inside our CNC lathe. Now we're going to cut a 20mm by 1.5 thread. So this time we're going to use metric. Most machinists work in both imperial and metric due to the fact that American companies and European companies often share the same space when we're making parts for our products. So bear in mind we are working in metric on this particular operation. So just by glancing at these two lines of code, it looks a bit jumbled. There's lots of different features in here, lots of different words such as P words and Q words. So we're going to go over each section word by word and decipher what this means and how we can use it within our programs. So the first thing we come across is our G76 code. This is one of the screw cutting cycles available to us using FANUC G-Code. So G76 tells the machine we're going to be screw cutting. So the next word we come across is this P number. Now this P code actually tells the machine three different lots of information. The first, P04, is the amount of spring cuts that we wish to do once the thread is to depth. So this is how many extra passes we will do once we stopped indexing in our turret, so with a full depth of thread. This is used to clean up the thread, to get rid of any burrs and any chattering, and give us a good surface finish. It also helps increase accuracy. So in this case, I'm using 4 spring passes. Following on from this, we have a 0, 0. This is the angle of chamfer at the end of the thread. It's our run out angle. And the last 2 digits here is our angle of thread. This is the inclusive angle of the teeth on our screw thread. It's also the angle of our tool that we cut the material to produce these teeth. So where we're using a metric thread at this time, we're using a 60-degree angle of thread. If we were cutting imperial, more than likely we'd be looking at a 55-degree. Now this leads us on to our Q value. Now Q values change meanings often throughout G-Code, but in the case of the first line of the G76 thread turning cycle, the Q value here is the minimum depth of cut. Now as we produce our screw thread, we start off by taking larger cuts and the machine will automatically calculate the depth of cut and it will decrease as we get near our core diameter. So this number is the smallest cut we will take while producing our screw thread. And this is displayed in microns. So a minimum cut of 0.03 millimeters would be 30 microns, so our value here would be Q30. Now for those of you that's more used to imperial measurements, 30 microns is slightly larger than a thousandth of an inch. A thousandth of an inch is 25.4 microns. If this was omitted, the machine could well go right down and start taking 0.001 of a cut, and it would take us forever to produce our thread. So we put a minimum depth of cut to ensure this doesn't happen. R is often used to mean radius within G-Code, but these words often change depending on the operation we are doing. In this case, R is our finishing allowance. In other words, the amount of material we leave on for our finishing pass. So that's the end of the first line of the two-line G76 command. Now we can do this using just one line of code, but the 2-line of code is much preferable because we can give it a lot more information and give us more control over producing our threads. So again, on the next line, G76 is where we start off. And so this just tells the machine we're continuing on the G76 thread turning cycle and to expect any command that follows this to be part of that cycle. The first thing we do on this line is to define the core diameter of our thread. So our thread core diameter is 18.2 millimeters. This would be our final depth of cut. The next position we give it is our end point of our thread. Now I'm using the front face of our part as the 0 position, our datum position, so Z minus 18 millimeters would give us an 18 millimeter deep thread. Now as I said on the first line, P's, Q's and R's and different word values often mean different things in G-Code. In this particular case, our P600 word means 600 microns depth of thread, and this is radial. This is just one side of our screw thread. So this is stated in microns, so the depth of thread is 0.6 millimeters each side, but we write this in microns, so it's P600. Now, in order for our controls to work out how deep to take each cut of our thread, we need to give it a first depth of cut and a final depth of cut. Now, we've already done our final depth of cut, or minimum cut, in our first line here. So our first depth of cut we define with the second Q value in the second line. So I've decided our first depth of cut should be 0.16 millimeters and our final depth of cut should be 0.03 millimeters. So a Q value of 160, that's 160 microns, that gives us a depth of our first cut at 0.16 millimeters. And then the machine will calculate and reduce this right the way down to 0.03 millimeters for its final cut. And finally, we define the pitch of our thread. Now for this, we use F, which is our feed rate command, and we give it a value of 1.5 millimeters. Now this is the pitch of an M20 thread. So that concludes this short lesson on how to use the G76 two-line screw thread cycle on a FANUC G-Code machine. To learn more about programming with G-Code on both milling machines and CNC lathes, please pop over to my website at gcodetutor.com, where there is loads of free lessons and articles and a free mini course to sign up to get you going to learn about this fascinating world of programming with G-Code.